I want to show you guys how to make a Facebook ad campaign to attract quality caregivers so that way you can get them in the door, schedule an interview, and have them start working sooner rather than later. Let's get right into it. If you don't know me, my name is Aaron Bogle and I run ads to generate home care agencies high quality leads and assessments that turn into clients. And I post a lot of free content on here that shows how to do it for yourself and just my results and everything like that. So if you want to see more free content, feel free to hit a like on this video and definitely subscribe as well, because more content is on the way for 2024. So let's get right into it. In this video, what I want to do is I want to construct the campaign, build it with you, and then I'm going to wait, a couple days or a week after, and then I'm going to show you the results of this campaign just to prove to you guys that yes, it can generate high quality caregivers no matter where you are. So let's get right into it. So of course you want to create a Facebook Ads Manager account. So I recommend making a Business Manager account. I'm not going to go through that in this video. You can simply search it on Google. Pretty simple, very self-explanatory. So you're going to see this dashboard here. It's going to be empty for you, and that's all right. What you want to do is click on Create. And then it's going to say, buying type, you're going to leave it as auction. And then what we want to do is we want to select the lead category. And then we're going to name our campaign. And then you're going to get suggested to make like a tailor-made campaign. You don't really want to do that. You just want to manually make the lead campaign. So you're going to click on continue. And then this is very important. Like, you cannot skip this part. You need to select a special ads category. Facebook will look at the ad messaging itself and then force you to do this anyway. So you want to make sure that you select employment. So that way we're abiding by all the rules. So with this employment category, what all this means is that we cannot mess with the targeting too much in terms of demographics and the interests. Mainly just to discourage discrimination. Because it's against the law to discriminate somebody for a job based on, race, gender, age, and things like that. So this just makes sure that your ads are law abiding, which is very important. And then you can keep everything the same here, and then you can click on next. And then we're now on the ad set level. So the campaign is pretty much the folder, which is holds on to everything. The ad set is where we can set the targeting and things like that. So what we want to name the ad set. So what you want to do for the fastest way, so you can do either messenger or instant form. I've had success with both, but in this case, we're just going to do instant form. And then of course you're gonna want to connect your Facebook page to it. So we're going to do it for this business here, and then it's going to ask you to accept the terms, and you're going to just do that. And then maximum amount of leads, and then don't do the cost per result, because that could slow down the results you get. And you can't change these options anyway. So for the budget, you can start at $15 a day, $10 a day. That's fine. But an optimal budget is $20 a day. But for this case, let's do $15 a day for right now. That's a fine budget for this type of campaign. And then for the audience, you're not going to have a custom audience. What you want to do is you want to target the locations that we want to find employees. So I'm just going to do that now. Keep in mind that if you're not targeting a county or a specific state, the area has to be a 15-mile radius. We can't adjust it. So if in the 15-mile radius you're seeing areas that you don't want to attract potential clients, it may be best just to get rid of it for right now. So then what we can do is we can't change the age, we can't change the gender, but we can add some detailed targeting. So I like to add, when it comes to finding caregivers, simply just do something with employment. So people who are looking for employment jobs. So then what you want to do then is go on suggestions, job hunting, jobs, so anything that has to do with job hunting, recruitment and things like that. I always just keep at least this type of interest. So people who are interested in employment, they're looking for jobs, job interviews, and recruitment. If you do want to narrow your audience even more, this will affect the speed of the results. You can also select health and wellness as well if the areas that you're targeting, allows for that. So now we got people who were searching for people who are looking for jobs and are into the health and wellness, which means that they're most likely into giving care and things like that. But for right now, I want to keep my audience broad so that we can get the fastest results possible. And you can even feel free just to not even have these interests. With Facebook, broad targeting does work pretty well, and in fact, that's what we're gonna test for. So once you make the ads, we're gonna duplicate this ad set, and we're gonna have an ad set that is just broad targeting as well. And then you can select the languages that you want. This is important. So if you only want English speaking applicants to apply, you can just select English, and then you should be all good. And then all you have to do is select Advantage Plus placements. You don't have to mess with this. So now for creating the ad. So this is the fun part. So I usually like to create 2 different ads. So you can do one ad using like a stock photo, or just saying something that's saying like we're hiring caregivers, apply today. And then you can have different things like that, or you can just do a plain picture of you and your caregiving team that you already have as a more like local photo and things like that. So that's what we're going to do in this scenario. So you should have a picture of either yourself or other caregivers, or you have the caregiving team, so people can see what it's like to actually work for you. So in this example, we're going to do one photo with that, and then we'll do another photo with, just saying like we're hiring, apply today, with a stock photo. So we're just going to do a local photo. Is you can scroll down here, make sure the Facebook page is accurate to your Facebook page. Go on to the creative. So we're going to add the image, and then we're going to add the image here of the owner in this case, and then her and her caregiving team. And then for the text of what you want to say, so I have something here. So I always test 3 different versions of the ad. So the headline is caregiver wanted, and then if they don't need experience, you do want to say that. If you do want somebody with experience, this will downgrade the amount of leads and applicants you get, but the applicants will be higher quality. And if you do have a sign-on bonus, which I highly recommend that you do, you want to put that there as well, because you want to entice people to work for you. Because guys, to be honest, there's other people that are doing the same thing, that are running Facebook ads to find other highly qualified caregivers. So if you're just running the same ad as everybody else, you're going to get the same results as everybody else, and everybody is struggling to find caregivers right now. So if you add a little bit of an incentive, so a sign-on bonus, or they could start working in 5 days or anything like that, or no experience needed, like we'll train you. There's many different ways that you guys can stand out, so that way it's not just apply to work for us. Let's go through this ad copy very quickly. So caregiver wanted, get an interview within 24 hours with a $250 sign-on bonus, and then must have 1 to 2 experience. You can see here, like, we need a caregiver. What's the benefit? Like, why should I apply for you? You can interview fast, plus you can get a sign-on bonus. And then you want to say a small little statement about your company, of what you're doing, what you're looking for. So you want to say, we're looking for motivated caregivers in the areas that you're targeting, who will operate with compassion, integrity, and love, and have a passion just for helping others. So then you want to say the benefits. You want to say the pay. If you have competitive pay, you want to say that. Flexible hours, medical benefits, tuition assistance, personal care assistance and caregiver training, full hours, and more. These are just some of the benefits that my client before does offer. So if you don't, so you want to put everything that they're going to get. If it's just they're going to get paid, they would rather work for somebody who they're going to get paid, plus a bunch of benefits, plus being on a great team, compared to just they're going to get paid. Look at it from their point of view. If they have the option, they're going to choose the better option, so you want to make sure that you're the better option. And then what you want to do is list the responsibilities that they'll be responsible for. And then you want to say a final statement. Click below to take a minute to fill out the application, and we'll call you within 24 hours. And then if there's a stipulation with the sign-on bonus, then make sure you put that as well. That's why I have this star here. And then something else you can also put is, if you know someone who might be interested in this position, please feel free to share it with them, because that promotes sharing of your post. And then in the second ad, I just have no beginning statement and the same thing. And then for the third ad, I have like an urgent need, saying like, hey, we're looking to hire fast. Usually the original ad, like these 2 ads work best. And then this ad sometimes pull through, sometimes it does not. But at least have 1 ad with something like this. So I'm going to copy this and then simply just paste it into the paste it into the primary text here. This client is offering tuition assistance anymore, so we'll X that out. This specific client isn't offering that, but everything else they're offering. And then you just click on add another option, and then we can just copy the same thing and then paste it onto there. I'm just going to change the location here. You don't want to say the same exact thing that I'm saying. You just want to have the concepts. The concept is, here's what we're looking for. Here's like the immediate benefits that we know that job applicants want. Because if you apply for a job, you don't know when you're going to get interviewed or when you're going to get talked back. So within 24 hours, okay. And then with a $250 sign-on bonus, great. This is beautiful. And then, must have 1 or 2 years experience. And it's like, okay, I fit all those things, the benefits, this is great. Let me apply. So then what you want to do is for the headline, very simple, year experience needed, plus $250 sign-on bonus. For the description, you can just add a little bit more about your company, or you can just say something like apply today. So then what we want to do is instead of sign up, you want to click on apply now. And then the destination is going to be the instant form. So let's create a new form. And then, yep, it's just warning you that don't discriminate. So we're going to name this caregiver application. And then also, do this right now before you forget, settings, you want to make it open. So that way, if people share this application with somebody else, then they're going to be able to fill it out. If you only have it restricted, that means only people you deliver your ad to can submit a form. We don't want that for right now. So we're going to want to do more volume. The intro, you can have an intro, so you can say something like, thank you for your interest. Take 1 minute to answer some questions. Yeah, just some questions. It should take like 1 minute. So that means okay, this is not going to take too much of my time, but we're going to ask these questions to make sure that they have the experience that they need, and they have the other things that they may need. So this client wants to make sure that they have 1 to 2 years of caregiving experience already, and they have their own transportation, aka they have their own car. That's pretty much it. So we can add a question here. You want to make it multiple choice. You can say, do you have 1 to 2 years of caregiving experience? And then it's yes. And then if they answer yes, and then it's no. If they say no, then we know that they're a disqualified lead, so we don't have to, deal with them anymore. And then you can add a short answer. So you can say, please describe your experience. Then they can type in a little bit of something. Do you have your own mode of transportation? And then here it's yes, and then it's no. And then if they answer yes or no. So these are the simple questions, guys. You don't want to ask a whole bunch of questions, guys. We just want to ask enough questions to make sure that they pass the initial test so that we can schedule them for an interview. And then what we can say here is we can get their email, full name, and then their phone number as well. Okay, so then once they answer those questions, yes, they are qualified. So then you can say, please leave your information below so we can contact you for an interview. Get their full name. You want to get their phone number and their email address. And it's going to say asking too many questions may impact lead submission rates. That's fine. And then the privacy, you do need to add your privacy policy if you have one. You can use sites like termly.io to create one if you don't have one, but I'm just going to paste one here. So then what you want to say is thanks, we'll contact you in 24 hours. And then you can say we can visit our website to learn more about us, and then you can add the link here. Or if you do have like a longer form that people do want to fill, that you do want people to fill out, you can paste that here as well. But at least you got their basic info. On the top of level, they're qualified, and then you can go ahead and reach out to them and call them. So then you just click on, you can either save the draft if you want to make some things later, or create the form. We're just going to click on create form. Pretty much we have our ad made. We got the picture. and then we're going to add another picture. Okay, so the first image that we used was a raw photo of just the owner with some other caregivers or some other office staff as well. What we also want to test is using a stock photo and having like words and text on the ad as well. So I just simply used Canva. I just grabbed a basic template, just have a stock photo here, HHAs and caregivers wanted, and then requirements. You can have the requirements here as well. I tested this, and having the words on what they need on the ad can really work well. And then you say 1 to years of experience, have a method of transportation, and then you can have the benefits down here to apply today. So we're going to use this ad and we're going to put it into our ad manager. Okay, so how we're going to do that? So we're just going to simply take this. We're going to do quickly duplicate, and then we're going to rename it. Let's say in this case, stock with words. And then what we're going to do is you just click the delete button here, click on plus, add image, and then we're going to upload the image that we made in Canva, and then it's going to do all this kind of stuff. It's going to load. You click next, and this is important. You want to make sure you click original so that way the full picture shows. Facebook may not like it, but who cares? Then click next, and then you can click done here, and then boom, we're set. We're going to have this. We're going to test these two different photos and see how they perform. For the tracking, you can click website events so that way it's tracked onto the pixel, and then everything's all set from there. You can click on publish right now, but remember, we do want to test how a broad audience is also going to work as well. So once this publishes, what we want to do is we want to duplicate the ad set. So we're going to click on quickly duplicate, and then what we're going to do is just click broad in counties, and then what we can do, we're going to keep instant form everything the same, and then we're just going to keep the counties that we're looking for, and then we're just going to click X, and then boom, we have a broad audience, and we're going to click publish here as well. Just keep in mind, if you do it like this, you are duplicating the ad set, so you are in case doubling your budget. So in this case, we have a $15 a day budget here, and then a $15 a day budget here. What you can do is, if you just want to use $15 in total, which I recommend, you can do advantage campaign budget. So this will distribute your budget evenly across the campaign. So in this case, let's just stick with 20 a day across the whole entire campaign. So what Facebook's going to do is they're going to first test the ad sets both, and then whichever ad set's getting you the best results, then it's going to put more money into that ad set to generate more caregivers or more applicants for you and things like that. So we are almost done. So we have our ad set up. We have everything set up. However, we need to have a way to get notified if a caregiver does apply. And we want to not only notify ourselves and our team, but we want to notify the caregiver that we received your application, and for them to email us if they have any more questions or any more concerns. So the tool I use for that is Zapier. So what you want to do is just go onto Zapier.com. So I have it right here. And Zapier, I'm pretty sure it's very low cost. I think it's like $25 a month. What you want to do is you want to click on create. You want to click on new Zap. What you want to do is you want to add a trigger. So we want to say that if somebody fills out the form, that we're going to get an email. So what you want to do is click on, you have to type in Facebook, so Facebook lead ads. The event when a new lead is made. So you want to click on continue. You want to choose the account, and I'm just going to choose my own account. You want to click on continue. The page we want to do it for, and then default. So if you have one form, you can just do any form. But we're just going to do the caregiver application form. This is very important. If you ever do change the form, you're going to need to go in here and change it to the proper form, or else it's not going to really work. You want to click on continue. It's going to test it, a dummy lead in this case. So you want to continue with the most selected record. And then what you want to do is you want to send an email. I use Gmail. Choose an event. You want to scroll down, click send email, continue. Choose an account. We're going to do from my business email, attention fee marketing, and then who's going to email to. So you want to send it back to the person who filled out the application. Then you want to do comma, and then you want to do any other email who should be notified about this. So I'm going to do that right now. So once you put in the emails, so you want to do from the emails that you're doing it. From name, you want to just put your business name in this case, and then reply to. So if they reply to the email, it's going to go to this email instead. Subject, we want to say thank you for your caregiver application. And then for the body, okay, so what you want to say is, thank you for your application to Tearing Touch. We'll reach out here soon to schedule an interview. Here's the information you submitted: name, phone, email, do you have transportation, description. So one more thing I forgot. Subject, you do want to add their name as well. So then it's going to say full name, comma, thank you for your caregiver application, and then we can start it here. So what you want to do is just click insert data. You want to insert their full name, and then I usually click enter, and then you can just say a comma. You can say hi or whatever what you want to say. Then here you want to make sure you do a space so it's not up together. You'll do the full name, then click here, do the phone number, and then you want to do the email as well. Then answering the question if they have their own transportation, click yes to that. And then you want to say, do you have 1 to 2 years of experience? Forgot to add that there. And then colon, space, and then here it's going to say their yes or no question. And then description, it's going to be space here. And then that's it. So then you'll get the email. You'll see if they have experience, transportation, and the description. If you see that they say no to any of them, you can simply just reply saying, I'm sorry, you're not qualified. And then what you want to do, you click out, signature if you want one, but not really. You can test it if you would like. I'm just going to skip the test for now. And then you click on publish, and then you want to make sure that once it's published that you have it turned on. It says your app is on, so it should be good. So everything's on, everything's set, and it's ready to go. Great, so we have everything set up. So what I'm going to do, just to prove to you guys that this works, I am going to check back in another 2 or 3 days, and then show you the results that this campaign has generated with just a $20 a day budget. I'll see you guys back here in a couple days for me, but will be instantly for you. It's been about a week or so since we started the job campaign. So far we've gotten 15 applicants, $8.50 per applicant. And if we go into the campaign, it seems that the broad did a lot better. I just paused the interest, so this just shows that broad targeting does work. However, with the interest, it was around $13, which is still pretty affordable for good applicants. And then if we go into the ads, we can see the local photo works slightly better than the stock with words. And this is very slight. You can see the cost per result is pretty much almost the same. So you can do both, whichever you prefer. To see the types of applicants that were coming through, the person, has the experience, has transportation, and, has been in the field for 21 years. This person has 4 years of a caregiving experience. They worked as a home health aide in a nursing facility and as a CNA as well. So as you can see, this does attract quality applicants. So yeah, we can see that this works. And if you want to know how to create a campaign to attract customers, watch the video that's going to appear right now. You're going to see just that. See you guys in that video.